when it comes to power itself, as like the other side of it is, people have to be convinced that this exists. It's kind of like how people are convinced of certain, and this religious institution that because people believe in it has power. But in of itself, if the followers of said religion decided to break off, then what happens? It's vanished.
Mm.
It's like some, you might want to see it as a duality or two sides of the same coin, or it's, to me it's more like opposing forces.
Mm.
It's like chaos versus order, not like, oh, like dialectic, where there must first have an established power and someone eventually rebels.
I think that I don't see rebellion and power as like being the same as being chaos and order.
Do tell.
The reason why is because I just see rebellion as just a different form of order. It's a different
Okay,
type. It's
tell me
different.
more.
It's two different types of order trying that are combating each other because they come from a different ethos, or not ethos. They come from a different school of thought. They're two different schools of thought that are in of itself types of order, but they're not congruent to each other, and so they're fighting each other for dominance in a world of chaos. That's how I see that.
At which point would you consider that you'd have two separate powerful entities trying to gain dominance over the other?
Yeah.
Where is the rebellion in that?
One is the dominant power already. The other one's just trying to become the dominant. So it's like the rebellion is that it's basically it's order, two different types of order. Because what happens in a rebellion circus, what happens in a rebellion when one wins, the other one takes over, and what do? They create more order. They don't create more chaos.
I agree.
Yeah.
But you're specifically talking about a group of people that are rebelling against a established power. Whereas it's not necessarily always going to be the case. It could be someone that's rebelling because they believe something differently, yet at the same time have no desires to like overthrow anything. It could simply be someone saying no when they don't want to do something.
Yeah.
Even when they're being asked to do something that they're supposed to. They just say no for the sake of saying no.
Yeah, they're the way I see that in that smaller sense of like of rebellion, where it's just one person and another, two individuals rebelling, one rebelling against the other. It's just me. It would just be me or you, right? Declaring what it is, declaring our own sense of order, declaring our own sense of what should be and what is to be, based off of my own individuality, based off of my own autonomy. So it's like, it's just smaller scale, but it's the same. I think it's the same dynamic. It's like there's a dominating force trying to overtake another, right? And that other force is trying to tell you, no, you can't. You're not going to do this. This is my own form of order. This is my own form of stability. Like the chaos doesn't have a the reason why I say it's order against order is because chaos doesn't have a objective. Chaos does not have even an outlet or a catalyst to bring it to a specific point. It's everywhere all at once. There is no way to harness it in a way in which harness it in that which way. You know what I mean? Like chaos is just like when things don't have a purpose, when things don't have a stable connection to make it to bring it somewhere, to like direct it. You know what I mean? Like you can't harness chaos. So what can you harness? It's order. You can bring order to order, but it's like I said, it's two different schools of thought fighting each other. One believes one thing, and another one believes another, and they're just fighting over each other over what should be.
The problem that I have with that is if you put it that way, in a holistic way, the prominent or dominant force here would be chaos.
No.
Because order is just no.
No,
I
well,
mean,
not in well.
the universe.
Well, the
To
universe.
say different.
Well, the universe. Yeah, if you're talking about universe, if you're talking about like my country, I would say we have more order than chaos. If you're talking about your country, there's more chaos than order. but
Yeah, but
my
we're speaking in terms of concept,
yeah,
and I'm telling you that,
yeah.
in my opinion, it's like opposing. It's like opposing forces. You're saying it's two different sets of order, just a dominant order and not, right? That
It's
kind of
I
takes
wouldn't
away
say
the
I
idea
wouldn't
that the
say.
individual.
Well, I would just make one caveat to that. I would say domineering, not dominant, because dominant it doesn't have to be a dominant force for you to rebel in the sense of like two people. Domineering is one that wants to take over completely. One who wants to take over all completely. Because it's one thing to be like I am the majority or I'm in the minority, but then when it comes to two different people, right, one person and another, there's no minority, there's no majority, there's just two people. It's 50-50, and it's one person wanting to take the whole 100% versus the other one who just wants their own 50. That's rebellion. You know, in that sense. You were talking. You made the point that or you made the assertion. I guess that's what you want to call it. Assertion that like, if that's the case, then that must mean that the universe is in chaos. That's the default for the universe.
I believe that it's understood that the default for the universe is indeed chaos.
Yeah, I believe that to be true
But
too.
in that chaos, however, there is also order,
Yeah, no,
because
it is. There is.
you're gonna see clusters of galaxies, where by their design, so to speak, that they group together in certain ways, and there's all this, for lack of better words, chaos going on. But you look far back enough, and it doesn't look like that anymore. It looks like a cosmic scenery of perfection.